And I think the TED community is capable of anything. So I invite you to connect with me, connect with each other, take this mission out, and let's get listening taught in schools and transform the world in one generation to a conscious listening world, a world of connection, a world of understanding, and a world of peace. Thank you for listening to me today.
All right. Thank you. All right, so that was Julian Treasure and 5 ways to improve listening. So we're able to use the technology here from the video with linked up to YouTube and be able to share out that message in helping us to identify ways that we can improve our listening skills. So let's just quickly recap what Julian Treasure suggested was 5 ways to improve our listening skills. And he talked about improve conscious listening. First of all, he talked about 3 minutes per day just to block out all the noise and reset our ears so that we can be able to hear better. And so we can knock out all the noise that we become associated with as usual noise, and that we can reset our ears for hearing. Mixer, listen to how many different sounds. Sit there and listen to how many different sounds that you can actually hear and break down each sound. And you may be able to hear the clock ticking in the background. When you focus on it, you can actually hear it pretty loud. You may hear the traffic going past, different noises that we block out. Talk about savoring mundane sounds, listening to things that you may just normally be running. Maybe it's the shower in the morning or something, that there's the noise, and breaking out those various noises. Listening positions. Take a position and you listen, take different conversations, whether you're listening active, whether you're listening passive, can be critical, listening on the critical thoughts, and empathetic thoughts. So different ways. Then he talked about rasa, and how we, in our listening, is we receive the information. We appreciate it by helping other people to know that we're hearing them. And we can just say, yes, and reconfirm that. Summarize what we're listening so people know that we're understanding. And ask questions. So these are actively ways that we're engaged in participating in listening. So it's not just a passive piece of communication, but listening can be very active. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that later, but at this point we wanted to be able to move on and talk about a tool that we have for improving some of our listening that we're being focused on, and that is minimal pairs. And I wanted to walk people through this website, and the link is in your handouts that you'll have for tonight's assignment. And just need to log in, got kicked out of here. And here's the website here, and you see it's manythings.org. And I've just focused this on the American English Pronunciation Practice section, and this is it's a game-like minimal pair practicing. I'm going to just walk through this a little bit and show you an interacting sense. Everybody's going to be using this today. And so this is just under the listening and speaking header, and we're not going to have enough time to go through all this, but I want to just break down a little bit and provide some additional useful tools. And what we're focusing on is pronunciation. So it's this section here, as you can see highlighted here. But some other interesting things that I would suggest that you may want to explore after you get your assignments done tonight is listening and repeat, and listening to naturally spoken English. These are some exercises that I've found helpful, and they have dialogue, and you're able to listen to the dialogue and to be able to help improve your listening skills. But we're going to look at pronunciation, and just to show you how this works, and we're going to work on the words that we're actually focused on yesterday. And first of all, this is listen, listen and repeat. And you'll be able to quiz yourself, and you'll be able to keep track of how you're performing. Then you quiz yourself on all pairs. Start with the first pair quiz. And so here is the keyboard commands. One is listen. Two is listen to the word on the left. So first one is, number one is listen to the word on the right. Two is listen to the word on the left. Three is choose the word on the left as the answer. Four, choose the word on the right as the answer. And space, listen to a random spoken word. And key the arrows in navigation. So we will use this navigation, and I'm going to make sure this is up loud enough so everyone can hear. And so, so we're going to just work through one of these exercises. And here is the practice is fairy.
Fairy.
Can you hear that? Just click on the word.
Fairy.
Fairy. Or if you click the number one,
Fairy.
it'll say the word. Or if I click on number two, it'll say the other word, very.
Very. Very.
Very. Okay. Then we can listen. Now we're going to quiz ourselves. So we've listened to those two words. Let's just listen to it one more time. Fairy.
Fairy.
And very.
Very.
Now we're going to click on listen, and we're going to choose which one the sentence says.
Very.
Very. So it says we were correct. Now let's listen to this again.
Fairy.
And now this time said fairy. And once you can see we're correct. So a great tool to help with minimal pairs in some of those words that the class is being challenged with. And so we've identified some of these words, and that's what I have for you for tonight's assignment. And we're going to move on from there and to be able to help use the technology in a positive way.